So, last we left off, you'd all gone to bed after a day of shopping and revelry and a lot of developments. Nagrax had some dreams, and he's not the only one that had dreams at night.
Oh.
Ooh. I hate you, Bug.
Why do you hate me? Well, I mean, it might be more apparent in a minute. Sorry. Yay, dream music.
Once, in the middle of the night, you wake up.
Okay.
As you open your eyes, you try to turn over, but find yourself unable to move.
Down sleep paralysis.
As you look up, your eyes slowly start to adjust to the room. But you notice in one corner you can't quite see, the furthest away from the window.
Okay.
A little bit of time passes, a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. As time passes, you start to see movements in that corner of the room. A slight flickering.
Am I still unable to move?
Still unable to move.
Okay.
Shadow starts to stand, rising. As it does so, you start to feel heat. Then slowly, a step at a time, it walks towards the bed. Each step getting hotter and hotter. As it gets closer, you can see the flames flicking around the side of it. Pure black. Just like the arm you saw previously. It leans over you and looks down on you. You can't see a face, but you start to see a void start to appear where you suppose the head would be. It slowly starts to curl into what you can only describe as a smile. As it does so, you feel skin on your face start to blister. And it simply stands there. And then everything goes dark.
Is it dark because there's no more light in the room, or just because I've passed out?
Because you passed out.
Okay.
The rest of the night continues unabated until you all wake up in the morning. So I won't bother saying the order or anything like that, but you all make your way downstairs, except Flint. In this particular instance, will stay behind briefly. Flint, you can still feel the heat on your face from before. When you reach up and touch it, you can feel your skin slightly cracked. And now, back to you guys.
Why, demon? Why? Just because I
So,
defied you in the church.
so did you say that Nagrax, Finian, and Simeon have gone downstairs?
Yes.
Okay. Since Nagrax has had this sort of dream before, I don't think it would bother him anymore today, just because it is something that happens quite frequently. So he'll be in relatively normal spirits and just say to the others, good morning, or I wonder if the Guildmaster has decided on what we're going to be doing.
Yes, getting a little antsy around here. Nothing to do but sit and drink.
Not really sure how many more days we can just stumble about town. The atmosphere was very uncomfortable.
Finian will chime up. Things seem to be getting a bit worse out there.
Yes, indeed. So I think Nagrax is probably just going to do his usual morning routine of ordering breakfast from the bar.
Okay then. Does Flint come and rejoin, or does he stay back?
Is my face still like it was?
Yes, it's still cracked.
Like, visibly?
If you were to look at him, you would see that he has dried and slightly cracked skin on his face. It's not that it's heavily burnt, but it seems more like the moisture's dried out of it.
I'll just take a deep breath before I leave and then make my way back down.
Okay.
Oh, Flint, you sleep in. You look
Yeah,
you look a little groggy.
This was a bad night. So...
Yeah, look. I'm sorry, I'm still kind of new at the social thing, but Flint, your face looks rather dried out. How did you sleep?
Oh, just
Not very well, my friend.
dunk your head in a bucket of water, it'll be fine.
Are you doing okay, Flint? We haven't really talked very much since the church. At least not in a life or death situation.
Or I'll tell you sometime, my friend, just not here in front of everyone.
Understood. Get some breakfast. Have a drink. You look like you could do with it.
Aye, that I could.
See various different guild members coming and going at the moment, whilst you guys are generally talking.
Out of character question.
Go ahead.
That book on the flesh golems we picked up.
Yep.
When we read through it, did it describe weaknesses?
It said that they were vulnerable to adamite weapons, specifically.
Okay, cool.
As you see people coming and going, whilst you guys sit around talking, eating and drinking. Sir Noel will walk past the table at one point. Good morning. How are you all today?
Fine.
A little tired, but otherwise fine.
It's been a rather eventful few weeks, but otherwise fine, thank you, Senna.
Oh, excellent. There are a few quests in if you guys are interested in them. The Guildmaster has told me that he's going to be gone for a couple of days. But he said you might be waiting on him.
Yes, you are correct in that. Will he be... So you say he'll be back in a couple of days?
Yes. He didn't give me the particulars, to be honest. He really does.
If I may be so bold, Senna, did he happen to mention anything about an investigation into the matter that we discussed?
He did mention to expect some fallout from the church, which, he always leaves me with the fallout. So we'll see what happens there. I hope you guys didn't get into too much trouble.
We would never.
Looks at you and quirks an eyebrow. I don't really trust that smile.
There were definitely complications, but all things considered, I think things could have been far worse.
Oh, wonderful. I'll get some coffee. It's probably going to be a long day. With that, she wanders off and into the kitchen to go and get some coffee.
Okay.
So, what do you guys do with your day?
So Nagrax will eat his breakfast, so he'll just be doing that for a couple of minutes if any of you guys want to act first.
Guys, before we go out gallivanting today, there's something I'd like to discuss in private, if you don't mind.
Nagrax stops eating for a moment, turns to you and says, yes, of course, Flint. Just let us know when you would like to discuss the matter.
Just whenever you guys are free.
Actually, now I think about it, I'll probably go over to the job board and see what we're doing. May as well discuss everything at once.
Sure, seems reasonable.
So, with that, Nagrax finishes the remainder of his breakfast and heads over to the job board. Doom.
Okie dokie. You go over to the job board. There are. Yeah, that's that one. There are 3 jobs on the board. There is one to hunt down a group of elephants. There is another to help mine some ore from the 3rd floor of the spire. And another to help guard a VIP who is coming visiting Kron.
So, guarding the VIP visiting Kron, what details are there in that?
Actually, that one has a specific time spent upon it for tomorrow. You'll simply be going around town with him and acting as a personal guard for him.
Okay.
Whilst he inspects a series of warehouses where he's keeping stock.
Okay. And the other one was mining some ore on the 3rd level of the spire. The elephants, is that on the 4th level or on like the 2nd
That'll be on
level?
the 2nd.
Yeah, because cool. Is there a rank attached to each of these quests?
All of these are rank B.
Rank D, did you say?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so they're all at rank then. Okay, Nagrax will make a note of each of the jobs. He won't take any off the board just yet. He'll go and back to the party and probably wait to see what Flint wants to speak about, and then he'll mention the quests afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and with that, Nagrax returns to the table.
Anything good?
It's mostly routine. There was a rather interesting one concerning a very important person, just to escort them around town while they inspect some warehouses. Hunting down some elephants on the 2nd level of the spire, and mining ore on the 3rd level, which I don't believe we've really had a chance to explore. We went through there after the incident the other day.
Mining ore. Let's keep Frank away from that one.
Indeed.
Well,
Nothing, Frank. Nothing of interest here, at least not yet for you.
alright. He kind of just shuts his eye.
Do honestly forget he's there sometimes.
It's kind of the point.
Yes, I was complimenting you. You're very good at your job.
Hey, thanks. You got any iron?
Yeah, sure. I pass him one of the many daggers I took from the other mimic.
He happily eats it. What do you call them?
They may have a bit of my blood on it, so sorry if it tastes a little bit of copper.
Kind of like ketchup to me.
Anyway, Flint, what was this matter you wanted to discuss with us?
Yes, let's just all head into our room while I discuss this.
Okay.
I'm looking quite heavy as I sit down on my bed. So, while we're in the church, on the balcony, I could have stopped the girl being killed.
What do you mean, Flint? I mean, hypothetically, any of us could have. You don't need to blame yourself. To be fair, I did recall now you mentioned it that you raised your arm, but I stopped you. If there's any fault, it's mine. I did discourage you.
I'll just go through what happened with the demon.
Okay.
How much detail do you share with them?
I don't share any of the backstory or what was mentioned about my family. Just that a demon appeared, I felt its incredible power, and then I showed them the burn when I refused. It's still visible. And then what's on my face was a result of the dream last night.
Okay.
Demon? It is. Is it inhabiting you? I'll pull out my sword.
Nope, Simeon.
Do we need
let's,
Do we need to have words?
let's not act so hasty. Flint, could I see your arm?
Because I'm showing my arm.
Okay, I'd like to. Nightglock's like to roll religion to just kind of see if, like, what the nature of this. Because if it's demonic, maybe like the type of burn might give some insight.
Yeah, then go ahead.
Oh, you know what? I don't even know if I'm in roll 20 right now. I think I am.
You are.
Yeah, I am. That was weird. Okay, 17.
Okay, when you look over the burns, you can definitely tell that there's something magical about them. Honestly, you can't tell all that much from the burn specifically, other than that it wasn't made from natural fire. There's some kind of lingering essence to it.
Is there anything else about the burn? Could I tell, like, whether there's kind of any, like, there's like a lingering influence, or whether the flesh is still being damaged, or whether it's just like a magical burn?
More like it's a magical burn.
Okay. Nightglock will say, I don't know anything about, well, I don't think that Flint is under the influence of this creature, but this burn is definitely... It wasn't caused by normal means. It's magical. So... When did this happen exactly? I understand it was in the church, but when exactly?
On the balcony, just before the girl was about to be executed. Time seemed to slow, and that's when the demon spoke.
And it urged you to save the child?
Showed me such horrible things, and just like, I just put my head in my hands at this point.
Flint.
I don't even know if they were real.
I didn't hear anyone speak.
No, neither did I. Flint, why didn't you mention this to us before?
I didn't know how. But after everything that's gone on, I feel I owe you guys at least this.
I appreciate you coming forward with this, Flint, I do, but maybe we should go to a place of worship, see if they can give us any more information. I don't think this is something that we can just ignore and leave alone.
And hey, if that doesn't work, we can always do this. And I'll hold up my axe.
Once again, Nagrax will just take his head. As a last resort, Simeon.
A joke.
Oh,
Fine,
yeah.
no.
Sorry, I'm still getting used to this.
It's a laugh in the face of adversity.
Yes.
The demon made me question whether my magic was my own or part of something else.
You say you didn't see the demon, though? That you were frozen?
Night.
Wait, last
No,
night? You said that this happened on the balcony.
I also explained about the incident last night.
Ah, right, okay. Sorry, I must have missed that part.
Yeah.
So,
Is there a lock on our bedroom door? No. And then can I immediately go over and just like check for a lock, like people in our bedroom at night? It's ridiculous.
I don't think demons obey locks, Simeon.
I don't want to take any chances. Start looking for things to bar the door.
There's a dressing
Do you think
table.
we could hack off the bed, like?
actually, I know what I could do here.
Finian holds up a little bit of wood. There's a doorstop. Will that work?
This wouldn't stop me. Never mind a demon. Think, lad.
Um,
Toss it over my shoulder.
Sorry.
Nigrex has been rubbing his chin whilst you guys have been discussing barring the only door we've got to get out of this room. But Nigrex holds out a hand and just says to Flint, Flint, remain still for a few moments.
Okay.
Okay, with that, Doom, Nigrex is going to cast Detect Evil and Good on Flint.
Okay, dokie. Give me the description.
Okay, here you go. So it's saying that you know if there's a celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead. So I'd imagine that if this is lingering within Flynn, that this should tell me whether I can detect something like that.
Okay, you cast this, and you do feel a presence coming from Flint. You start to feel heat emanating from him. That is all you really feel, just heat. You notice it seems hottest in his chest, where his heart is.
Right. Okay, so... Could I... Right. So in that case, Nagax is going to say, there is definitely something about you. You mentioned you felt like you were being burned. It seems that there's a heat coming from your body in general, but most noticeably around your heart.
Huh.
Flint, I don't know how this is really taken in other cultures, but could you remove your shirt? I want to see whether there's any marks on your chest near your heart.
Okay. Like, Jewishly take my shirt off.
Why are
That's
you
all
guys
I-
being weird?
This is all I'm taking off though now, Grex.
With Nagrax would like to visibly inspect Flint's
I bet he
chest
would.
around his near his heart. Yes, I realise how weird this sounds, but there's a reason. Does Nagrax see anything unusual? I mean, I'm kind of going towards a religion check just because, again, it's kind of he's trying to inspect the source of this heat.
Say roll both a religion and...
Maybe medicine?
Yeah, and medicine.
Okay. Does it matter which one I roll first?
Not
I know,
animal
it doesn't matter which
handling?
first. Yeah, sure, animal handling as well. Just roll that beast.
Yeah, I'm just rolling this for the lol.
It would have been ironic if it was your best roll.
Okay. Right.
Okay. As you generally place your hands onto Flint's chest, with the medicine handling, you can tell that his temperature seems to be a bit above normal, but he doesn't really seem to notice it. And when you put your hand over his heart in particular, that's where it seems to be the hottest. But you don't really glean anything more than that.
Is the heartbeat normal?
With 17.
Okay. Right, so... Right, Nagrax will... So what did you say, that its temperature is a bit higher than normal?
Yes.
It would seem that your body heat is higher than what would be normally expected. Your heart seems to be fine, however. Doesn't seem to be beating in a strange rhythm. Nagrax is going to rifle through his belongings, and he's going to take a little bit of holy water out. He's going to try and apply this to the area around Flint's heart, just a small amount.
Okay. So you just kind of, do you put it onto something, or do you just drip it on?
Just kind of dripping it onto the area near his heart, just to see if there's any reaction.
Okay. As the water falls down, it hits his chest. It lies there for a second, and then seems to evaporate quicker than normal. But otherwise, nothing.
No effect, okay.
What are you thinking of, Elf?
Just making memes in the chat, don't worry about it.
Fair
Not
enough.
interrupting.
Oh dear, there's so much being generated in chat because of this. Okay, so Nagrax will just turn to Simeon and Finian. I'm not really sure what else to do for him. I'll take a few moments to think to see if there's anything else I can do to better identify his condition, but there is definitely something odd here. It doesn't appear that his actions are being influenced in any way by this creature, but something is definitely inhabiting him.
Well,
Can I put my shirt back on now?
Oh, yes, sorry.
please, it's a little too bright in here now.
You're just jealous. Say putting it back on.
I appreciate your honesty, Flint. I'm glad to know that you trust us so, but no more secrets considering this matter.
Of course.
If you start to lose control, we need to know.
I think it would be best for all of us if we spoke openly. I know that perhaps I, more so than any others, have kept, not secrets, but not divulged everything that I know. It seems that we have our lives in each other's hands quite often. It's probably in our best interest to make sure that we know as much about each other as we can.
Hey, don't look at me. I'm not sharing anything.
I wasn't. Oh yeah, Frank Perdorlis. Frank,
He always
This-
is.
we're not-
He's on my belt.
we're not on a mission right now. Just to clarify.
Oh,
no,
speaking
but-
of, what did you find out? What glory awaits us next?
Were you not paying attention earlier when I was discussing it at the table?
Absolutely, I was. I just got a little distracted.
Then recite the quest verbatim back to me.
There was something about an elephant. Kind of zoned out after that. Recall if the pounding the last one gave me.
So, on the second floor of the spire, we are to hunt down a group of elephants. Alternatively, we could go to the third floor of the spire to mine some ore. Or we can escort a very important person around Kron while they inspect some warehouses. The last one seems to have a time limit on it, so we probably want to decide on that one soon if that's going to be our task for today.
It was timed that he'll be arriving tomorrow.
Oh.
Finian speaks up.
Oh, tomorrow. Thank you, Finian.
He's only here for the one day.
Which one pays the most?
Actually,
A true mercenary.
I didn't make a note of that, Doom. Would I need to roll intelligence to remember, or can you just tell me?
I'll just tell you behind the notes.
It's pro bono work.
Bono, isn't he the singer in you too?
That's funny.
For the elephant quest, you'll receive 10 gold per elephant carcass, and then varying amounts of money for carcasses of other things you also can take with you. For the mining one, you will receive 90 gold per satchel. And you'll be going with a group of dwarfs who will be mining whilst you guard them. They will be taking mounts with them to carry multiple satchels. The longer you're there, the more you'll gather.
Okay. So, in that case, Nagrax is going to say, I think out of the three, the mining quest sounds to be the most intriguing to me. I think, under normal circumstances, escorting someone would be a nice change of pace, but considering our notoriety, I suppose you should say in Kron, we probably want to avoid going out into the town proper as much as possible. So probably doing work in the spire would be best for now if we want to maintain a low profile. So that's my opinion. At any rate, I would say we do the elephant quest or we go with the miners, both much of a muchness. It amounts to the same amount of effort.
If we go, I don't want to be picking up you guys' slack. You're a little skinny around the arm.
My arms
Keep
are,
up.
My arms are quite wide in diameter, actually. Simeon, what were you talking about?
Still going over the head, I see. Fine. The mining job. Yes.
Yes, I'll go down and turn that into Cerna. I'll just need to go and get the notice from downstairs. I didn't bring it with me. So Nagrax will go down to the job board and he will pick up the note for the mining job and bring it back up if it's still there, Doom.
Yes, it's still there.
Okay. Picks it up, we'll bring it to the guys to sign it. And then hand it over to Cerna.
Serena takes it, she fills in the paperwork, etc. Okay, I'll send off a messenger. A little squirrel shoots out from behind her and goes out the front door. In about 10-15 minutes, if you want to wait at the base of the spire, there should be 3 dwarfs there. They should be with kind of quite big hulking mounts. If you want to go meet them there, you'll be able to, well, do your mission.
Actually, Cerna, I have one question for you before we go.
Yes, go ahead.
The notice stipulates that the longer that we are there, the more the pay. How often do these excursions go on with these miners, just so we know what to expect?
It honestly depends on the group. A lot of people tend to not go for the maximum amount. The longer you're there, the more danger there is, effectively.
Would we be out there for maybe a few days, or...?
Oh, no. You'll be in there for probably, let's see, a handful of hours, maybe up to 6 hours. You stay the full time, might even push to 7.
Okay, understood. Thank you, Cerna.
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay, and with that, Nagrax will reconvene with the group upstairs.
Okie-dokie.
6 or 7 hours. From what I know of dwarves, will be there a lot longer than that. They will try and take every scrap of ore they can find.
Let's just hope it's not iron, eh? Would it have to fight off Frank as well?
Got some iron for me?
No, Frank, we don't have any iron for you right now. But we do have a job. When do we depart?
They're expecting us in about 10 or 15 minutes at the base of the spire.
Ah, perfect. I have a quick detour, if you do not mind.
I would say take one other person with you. Just in case.
Okay, so I assume you guys make your way out.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And where do you go then?